53 and 54, slide 517, take 2. What?
Hear Me Move tells the story of a young man. His name is Muzi, and he's the son of a legendary pantsula dancer, Spikiri. And so Muzi is on this journey to discover what really happened the night that Spikiri died.
At first, he was angry and upset by his father's lack of presence in his life, and he actually has a part of himself that wants to love Spikiri, but people saying all the things that he hears about him upsets him. Muzi feels the absence of his father. He lives his life trying to hide those wounds, so he puts up a lot of walls. So he comes across to people as arrogant, self-centered, non-social being.
Muzi, ne?
Yeah, but I don't think I know you.
It's been 12 years.
Muzi meets this man, Shoes, Spikiri's friend, and Shoes tells Muzi that everything that you heard about your father, the way that he lived, the way that he died, all of those things, all of that is a lie.
Shoes' character, he had a great relationship with Spikiri. Spikiri was kind of like his mentor in terms of dance. And he was with Spikiri when Spikiri was at his best. And right when Spikiri was at his best, and instead of becoming a true friend, he became jealous, and Shoes blames himself for his role in Spikiri's death. And he has to then try to reconcile with himself and make good. And he does that through Spikiri's son.
You in a crew?
No.
Great. What's that journey? Spiritual nation.
He decides to take Muzi into his dance crew. He's the one that helps Muzi along on his journey and becoming a man and becoming into himself.
Oh, right. So you see me coming up and wanna sing about your replace
At the same time, Muzi meets a man called Prince, and Prince is Muzi's half-brother. And Prince is out there only to destroy Shoes' dream, because he feels like he's been destroyed as well.
Prince has a relationship with Shoes because Shoes is the guy that adopted Prince from the streets. Shoes is more like a father to Prince, and Prince is more like a son that is a son that doesn't listen to the father. And the relationship tends to be hectic because of Prince is looking for his independence and he's looking for his way of life.
He acknowledges and sees Prince's arrogance, and he also realizes that Prince doesn't like him either. So it's easy for Muzi to not like Prince at all.
Which is boy when now you don't get the fuck on next. Mama's paid shit.
The tragedy of the film is that they really can be the other's savior, in the sense that they complete the desire that each has, for the other person. At the same time, Muzi's got this beautiful interest in this girl, Kani, and she's a stellar, hot dancer. And through her, Muzi is able to identify what it is about him that is so incredible about dancing, and yeah, they have a little bit of a romance.
Kanye, when it came to Muzi at first, was a little guarded. I think naturally she is like that.
And about Aka?
Progressively, there's a common ground and they relate in terms of their backgrounds. Eventually, they do develop a romance, so it goes from family issues into the shared love of dance, into just being interested in each other.
Sometimes Nizala just to breathe.
Muzi's story is like every young man's story. It's about what happens when your home environment, when you're coming of age, interacts with what it is that you think your future can be like. And so he's got this really tense relationship with his mother because she doesn't want him to dance yet, or the only thing he wants to do or can do is dance.
Muzi, you promised me.
Ma.
Muzi, you promised me what way ngeke usadansa.
Lerato and Muzi's relationship is a tough one. Lerato has been hurt by Muzi's father while he was still alive, who was the love of her life, who she feels like she lost to dance. Now Muzi grows up and is attracted to dance and wants to be a dancer. So then the friction comes in because she fears she's going to lose Muzi to dance, like she lost Muzi's dad to dance.
Then act like one.
There's a lot of misunderstandings. A lot of mother wants to be mother to a man, and a man wants to grow up and not be kept in a child box.
We understood in making this film that what is going to make it successful is that we have stellar dancing. And so what we did was we went out and looked with Paul for awesome dancers. And then we looked at how it was that they acted. And as a result of that, we were able to take people who were dancers first and take the acting talent inside of them out and expose that.
One of the most interesting challenges for me with choreographing this movie was opening myself up for collaborations, because you have to understand that you're looking at a dance genre that is forever evolving, that is forever just progressive. So I had to make sure that I use the elements the dancers were using so that we can cover it as big as most people will get to actually see in the film.
When I got onto set, I was just surrounded by so many young, talented dancers. I was like, wow, this is incredible. It's not just like crews that we all know of in the industry. It's new crews, it's new faces, it's people from all over. And that's really exciting for me.
Well, for me personally, anyone who can fuse culture together with hip-hop, of course, la beba phetsa masakila. How guys, and baskrima!
It's been such an honor to be on this set, to see the amount of talent that there is in South Africa. The energy is real, and it's so exciting to see young people who are passionate about their dreams. So it's honestly a pleasure to be a part of this film.
Have I seen a few hot dance moves? Yes. I'm really excited, and the talent here is mad crazy. And I'll be using a few on my own little movies.
For me to be a part of Hear Me Move, it's just an amazing experience because it tells our story as a youth. It tells others that we're not only here to just have fun, but we're here to spread a message that we can do anything with what we're given.
I think it'll showcase dance in South Africa like it's never been seen before. We've got a dance culture. Big in Joburg, big in Cape Town, and yeah, it's showcasing that.
For me, the one thing I want to encourage everyone to do is to watch this movie because the story is great and the dancing is cool and the soundtrack is killer and the locations are awesome and the performances are out of this world.